Thank you for taking the time to hear from this extraordinary teacher who goes the extra mile for his students and his experience using DEF's materials in his health class to teach decision skills.
So my name is Joe Robusto. I teach in New Fairfield High School in Connecticut. I had to teach decision making as a unit by our Connecticut curriculum standards. And I was looking for something to grab my senior health class and keep their attention. I looked up online. I was trying to find a way to incorporate decision making. We didn't have it in our textbook. I found DEF online. I reached out to you and it was great. Came back, gave me all kinds of information, lessons, units, called me, tailored it to my school, my demographic, what we needed. Again, I was trying to make something that was very kind of connected with the kids, that was could draw in a group of seniors to pay attention. So one of the things I was interested in was finding how to help them make decisions on choosing a school, choosing a major, graduating high school, all sorts of things like that. We grabbed them with the first unit you put out there, the Himalayan decision experiment and lesson. Students were engaged in it. And at the end of the lesson, I overheard, I have some students in the front that are leaders in the school and athletes and very smart students. They were saying, wow, that was really interesting. And that caught me off guard a little bit because they weren't talking to me, they were talking to each other. So from that point on, I knew we had them hooked, and it was great because we just kept building from there. Each lesson kind of built on from the previous lesson. And when I was receiving the work back from the students, a lot of it was regarding their actual lives, useful information. It was some students were actively choosing schools and narrowing down schools based off of the lessons we were doing in class. At the end of the unit, I asked my seniors, I said, well, what do you think? Was this useful? Should I do it again? What would you change for next class or the next semester's class that comes in? And they were very much like, well, this actually helped us. This was useful for us.
So you're an innovative teacher that likes continuous improvement, and the way you do that is you talk to your students.
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to get them to give me ideas off, and I adjust it off of that. Again, in decision making, it was very little. The only thing my school, starting in middle school, starts beating them over the head, so to speak, with SMART goals. So that was the only thing where they were like, the part about SMART goals, they were like, well, that part we probably didn't need to get too deep into, because we had this in 7th grade, but otherwise everything else was they were all over it. The brochure, the pamphlet they had to work on, that decision-making pamphlet was like life or death with them. Like they were using that thing. I had a student ask me for another one. I had a student. This
is the Conversations for Clarity?
Yes, that's the one. The Conversations for Clarity brochure that they made. I had a student in there who came back from Christmas break and said his aunt wanted to see him with decisions or 5 schools by the next time she saw him, whenever that was going to be. And so after I graded his, he was like, can I take this home? Because this will get her off my back. I was like, absolutely. So it was 100% useful to that student. So yeah, it was definitely a positive thing.
Excellent. And that was what we set up to be the performance task, right? They're essentially check out authentic assessment.
Right. That was the one where, and students will take it. Like I said, I had a student after they turned theirs in, ask me if they could get another one because they're still struggling with the decision on college and they want to sit down with their parents and do it. So I've never had a student ask me for more work. So one of the biggest challenges for classroom teachers is scaffolding and using scaffolding to shape an 86-minute class. We were able to scaffold throughout your lessons you would give me. And I could take it and, work with them on that. We have several special needs students in there with paraprofessionals. The paraprofessionals are able to help them work through it, because it was able to challenge the highest learner in the class just the same as it was able to challenge the struggling student. It really handled the spectrum pretty well.
Excellent, excellent feedback. Thanks. So it was differentiated.
100%. And it was differentiated. And again, just to really kind of bring that home is that as a health teacher, every student has to come through my class. So if you're, it doesn't matter if you take advanced placement classes or not. I'm not going to get the 5 brightest kids in school. I'm going to get every kid in school. So we're dealing with a lot of different levels of, I guess, prerequisite knowledge coming into the room. So this worked great. I was able to use it. I'd use it 100 times again.